You have to show up for everybody. You have to cook. You have to clean. You have to stretch yourself thin. You have to be tired. If you're not tired, then you're not doing enough as a woman. So I think if we don't change that, then having all these programs actually are just, it's like, it's basically just covering up the wound with some plaster. The mental load of being a woman is still mainly of juggling household, kids, work is mainly on the woman, which I find where if you don't change the societal expectation on women and women viewing themselves having to be self-sacrificial all the time, that the only way to be seen as a good mother or a good wife or both is to work yourselves out until burnout. You know, so that is the cultural expectation of women. You have to show up for everybody. You have to cook, you have to clean, you have to stretch yourself thin, you have to be tired. If you're not tired, then you're not doing enough as a woman. So I think if we don't change that, then having all these programs actually are just, it's like, it's basically just covering up the wound with some plaster. So as long as we have this sort of misogynistic way of expectation on women and women onto themselves as well, and calling it, you know, oh, you're being too feminist, you know, it's such a negative word that's being toyed around by people. Oh, you must be a feminist when you're talking about women's rights. But if women are drilled down to the core, where burnout is the baseline, right? Then also covering it up with, hey, let's get together with this mental health talk and I'll give you exercises on how to breathe. I find that you can, because we all need to regulate, but how are you, I mean, we will still be gasping for air, right? Because we're drowning. So what we as women need to do is forgive ourselves for having been taught this is the way to become a woman. Because back in the day, women have specific jobs to do. Now we're just everything for everyone. And we have to know when it's enough. And we shouldn't allow neighbors, family, or people around us to sort of give a score. You're an A, you're a B, you're a C, you're a D, you know. So back to my juggling as a woman, I have been there where when my children were small, up until a certain age, and I realized that this is not sustainable. It's not sustainable for me. It's not sustainable for the marriage that I had. It was not sustainable for me in many ways. It was not sustainable for my career, for my kids, for my marriage, for myself. And when you try to pool everything, in the end you will lose everything, right? So in the end, something's got to give, and I lost a lot along the way, but at the same time, I gained a lot along the way. So it was very, very complicated, very intricate. It's not easy, but you have to then be the regulator for yourself.